In this video, I'll share the remarkable revenue ceiling shattering 3D scaling system my clients and I use when growing from 7 figures a year toward 1 million per month. Without burning out from 60+ hour weeks, without sacrificing your health or relationships, without your phone buzzing every 5 minutes with quick questions that derail your entire day, without your team texting you on weekends because only you can solve it, and without losing yourself in the chaos of growth. All while living the life you dreamed of when you first started this journey. If your goal is to evolve from a stressed 7-figure entrepreneur into a true 8-figure CEO who works on your business instead of in your business, you'll definitely want to check this out. Now that's a bold claim, I get it. And if I was sitting there watching this right now, I would probably be skeptical too. That said, I would also be curious thinking, how can I use this 3D scaling system to grow my business to 8 figures? If two things were true. One, I knew the system actually worked, and two, I understood how it worked so I knew whether or not it was right for me and my business. So that's exactly what I want to show you in this video. I want to break down how the 3D scaling system works by sharing real client transformations so you have all the information you need to reach your own conclusion. This is the 3D scaling system, and it's totally different from programs that promise to install their proven systems or operating systems that nobody actually uses properly, or give you plug and play architectures you can license from them. Whatever that means, even they can't explain if you own it, rent it, or owe them royalties forever. Listen, those things work great if you want to become a carbon copy of someone else's business with all their weaknesses too, instead of scaling your unique mission and your genius. The 3D scaling system is a culmination of 17 years working with entrepreneurs like Sam Ovens, Ty Lopez, and over 100 high-performing business owners who've broken through their revenue ceilings. One of our clients, Valentin, broke through his revenue plateau in just 69 days. He said, before working with Mark, we were stuck around $200,000 a month for almost a year. Within 69 days of implementing the 3D scaling system, we hit $392,000, almost doubling our regular monthly revenue. We then went on to have our best quarter ever. The crazy part, I actually worked less and spent more time with my girlfriend. This system changed everything. Now, I don't know what your version of $1 million a month looks like. Maybe it's writing that $500,000 check for your parents' dream retirement home without thinking twice. Maybe it's finally buying that fancy car or boat you've always wanted. Maybe it's just sitting on the beach doing absolutely nothing. Or maybe it's investing in real estate and businesses that create generational wealth, not just income. Or maybe it's simply knowing your family is set for life no matter what happens to you. Whatever it is, I want you to have it, and I know this system will help you get it. If you agree and you want my help to upgrade you and your business to get to $1 million a month using the 3D scaling system, I recommend booking a call with my team now. You'll be able to find the link in the comment section of this video. Listen, my goal for showing you this playbook is simple. I want to show you exactly how the 3D scaling system works, but my real hope is that as I walk you through it, you not only think this is exactly what I need, but you also think I want Mark and his team to make my $1 million a month dream a reality. As you're about to see, the 3D scaling system seems simple on the surface, but the psychology, neuroscience, and business growth principles run deep. And that's exactly why it works. Because it requires deep inner work, your competition will stay stuck at their current level, which gives you an exponential advantage as you scale past them. Unfortunately for you, you don't have to figure this out on your own. Here's the thing, we don't sell courses or trainings at $1 a month. We work directly with a small group of entrepreneurs through intensive one-on-one executive coaching. Because rapidly scaling to $1 million per month requires personalized guidance, coaching, and accountability. You simply can't template your way to a unique $1 million a month business, and anyone who says you can is lying. And if you want to try and do it on your own, you've got enough on your plate already. Listen, while upgrading to an 8-figure CEO is challenging, we'll guide you through every breakthrough, making the complex simple and the impossible inevitable. We're not trying to work with everyone. This level of transformation isn't for everyone. And if you think you might be ready to grow from 7 figures to $1 million a month, there's zero downside to booking a call to explore if the 3D scaling system is right for you. For those of you who still need more information, let me share a bit about myself and who I am and why this system creates such dramatic results. First, I should properly introduce myself. Hi, I'm Mark Dhamma. If you've been in the high-ticket coaching and consulting space for any length of time, you may recognize my name. I'm the founder of Mill a Month LLC and author of Million a Month, a 3D scaling system for 8-figure rapid growth, as well as the executive coach behind some of the industry's biggest success stories. But I'm not just another mindset coach. Over the past 17 years, I've personally coached entrepreneurs who've collectively generated close to $1 billion, including Sam Evans, who built a $30 million empire before founding School.com and partnering with Alex Hormozi, Ty Lopez, who scaled from 100,000 to 3 million per month in just 9 months, and Big Mike Stromitis, aka the Marijuana Don, who built a 100 million plus per year cannabis fertilizer company. I hold a master's degree in positive organizational psychology under the tutelage of the author of Flow, Dr. Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. I studied at the famous Drucker School of Management and was certified in executive coaching by Sir John Whitmore, literally the godfather of modern day executive coaching. I'm also an NLP practitioner and hypnotist trained under the co-founder of NLP, Dr. Richard Bandler. As a speaker, I've shared the stage with thought leaders like Aubrey Marcus, founder of Onnit, who reportedly exited for over $100 million, while regularly appearing at exclusive masterminds where 8- and 9-figure entrepreneurs gather to push boundaries, including Tom Bilyeu's Impact Theory Live. I don't tell you any of this to impress you or pretend I have all the answers. I tell you this so you know that I've lived in this world for a long time. Ever since I started online coaching back in 2008, I've worked exclusively with high-performance entrepreneurs. I get paid $5,000 per hour and founders regularly offer me equity in their businesses, not because I teach theory, but because I deliver transformations. And here's what drives me. I believe entrepreneurs are the real change makers. While others wait for governments or corporations to improve the world, I know it's entrepreneurs like you who actually create the future we want to live in. My obsession is helping you build a professional 8-figure organization complete with dashboards, leadership systems, and high-performing teams, while simultaneously breaking through the mental barriers that keep you stuck. I've mastered the intersection of neuroscience, organizational psychology, and business operations because scaling to $1 million a month requires both inner transformation and professional business infrastructure. You can't just mindset your way there. You need real systems, real teams, real strategy, and leadership structures to make it happen. I write and teach because I know the 7-figure ceiling isn't just mental, it's also organizational, and I want to help you break through yours. Plus, I want to be completely transparent. When I help entrepreneurs scale to $1 million a month, it often opens up doors to equity partnerships and investment opportunities. I love finding founders I believe in and becoming a long-term partner in their success. But I digress. The number one thing I want you to hear is that I understand the cost of chasing success the wrong way. You see, back in 2012, I was you, grinding 10 to 12-hour days, doing everything myself, chasing vague goals. By age 27, I was bedridden for 4 days a week with chronic fatigue, brain fog, and inflammation so severe my joints and muscles ached constantly. The wake-up call came when I was lying in bed after a meal, realizing at 27 years old, I'm literally dying for my business. That autoimmune crisis forced me to discover what actually works. With help from a functional medicine doctor and deep study of organizational psychology and neuroscience, I rebuilt everything. Today, I meditate 1 to 2 hours a day, work out religiously, coach 2 kids' soccer teams, and help entrepreneurs scale to $1 million a month, all while working less than I did at 10K a month. The difference wasn't working harder, it was working smarter. Now I see my 7-figure clients making the same mistakes, trying to do everything themselves, hiring wrong, then wasting hours managing poor performers, burning out on caffeine and stimulants and no sleep, then making scattered decisions, lacking clarity on what actually moves the needle, and getting distracted by everything except what creates $1 million a month. Now, let me ask you something that's been nagging at you. How long have you been stuck at this exact revenue level? 6 months? A year? Maybe longer? Now, here's the truth. You know you've been playing small, but you don't know how to play bigger yet. Now, here's a test that separates 7-figure operators from 8-figure CEOs. Does your business still grow if you're not there to drive every sale? If you're not there to create every strategy? If you're not there to solve every problem? If the answer is no, then you don't own a business that's capable of getting to $1 million a month. You own a glorified freelance job with a team. And the worst part, deep down, you already know this. We hear it all the time from 7-figure coaches and consultants. They say things like, revenue's been flat for months despite trying everything. I work constantly but feel like I'm going backwards. My ads stopped working and my sales team isn't closing. I'm scared I've peaked and might lose it all. I work constantly but I feel like I'm going backwards. I stress about making payroll every single month. And managing my team is eating up all of my time and all of my profit. Sound familiar? This is when successful entrepreneurs start to secretly resent the business they built. You might find yourself thinking, maybe I should just downsize, fire half the team, go back to when it was simple. You're desperately trying to hold ground, but you feel like you're losing the battle. Some months you can even go backwards. If you've caught yourself researching how to sell my business at 2 a.m. or fantasizing about shutting it all down and starting afresh, I want you to know 3 things. Number 1, you aren't broken. You're just operating above your current capacity. And number 2 is your business isn't broken. It's begging for professional systems. Number 3, your mindset isn't broken. It just needs an upgrade to match your ambition. The problem isn't you. The problem is you're trying to run an 8-figure business with 6-figure systems and a 7-figure mindset. You don't need to downsize. You don't need to sell. You don't need to burn it all down. You need the 3D scaling system, a complete upgrade inside and out. And I should know, because here's the embarrassing truth that led to me developing the 3D scaling system. Looking back, the signs were everywhere. I just refused to see them. It was 2016, and from the outside, my career looked like a massive success story. I was the executive coach to Sam Ovens, now CEO of School, guiding him as he built his $30 million empire. When Sam's student needed help scaling beyond 7 figures, they came to me. Ty Lopez had hired me as an organizational consultant, and I'd help him explode from 100K to 3 million per month in just 9 months. Big Mike, the marijuana don, generating over 100 million annually in his cannabis fertilizer business, Advanced Nutrients, had me on speed dial. At industry events, people would whisper, "That's Dhamma. He's a secret weapon behind all these success stories." I was invited to exclusive masterminds. Entrepreneurs would approach me after talks, eager to work with me. My Instagram DMs were full of 7-figure business owners begging for just 1 hour of my time. I had the respect, I had the reputation, I had everything except I couldn't even crack 7 figures myself. Let that sink in for a moment. While I was teaching entrepreneurs how to scale to 8 figures, I was stuck at multiple 6. While my clients were buying Lamborghinis and beach houses, I was worried about making rent. The worst part, nobody knew. At Mastermind, I'd smile and nod when people assumed I was crushing it. When clients thanked me for helping them break through revenue ceilings, I'd celebrate their wins while dying a little bit inside. I became a master at deflecting income questions. Oh, I measure success differently. Money isn't my primary motivator. I'm focused on impact, not income. All bullshit. The truth was, I was the father of 3 young children. My wife had stopped working to raise our family, trusting that I could provide. And here I was coaching millionaires while struggling to pay for my groceries. Every single week, it was the same routine. Monday, coach a client through scaling to 500K a month. Tuesday, help another optimize their $1 million a month systems. Wednesday, stress about my bills. Thursday, guide someone to their first 8-figure year. Friday, wonder if I'm a complete fraud. The irony was eating me alive. One particularly brutal day, I just finished a strategy session with a 28-year-old entrepreneur. He hired me to help him scale from $1 million to $10 million annually. As we wrapped up, he casually mentioned, By the way, Mark, I just closed another 400,000 a month with over 40% profit. Your frameworks are incredible. I smiled, I congratulated him, I validated his success. Then I turned off the Google Meet, walked to the bathroom and stared at myself in the mirror. You're a fucking fraud, I thought. Here's this kid, almost half my age, implementing my strategies to build generational wealth while I, the expert, couldn't even implement them myself. That night I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about my children, about my wife who's always stuck by me, about all the entrepreneurs who looked up to me. What would they think if they knew the truth? But here's the good news. I learned that you don't have to stay stuck where you are. Today, my story, and more importantly, my client stories, prove that transformation is possible. After that sleepless night, something Sam Ovens had told me years ago finally broke through my pride. Mark, you need to upgrade your self-image. That's what's holding you back. I'd ignored him at the time. After all, I had a master's degree in psychology. But staring at my ceiling at 3 a.m., I finally admitted he was right. So I took his advice and went all in. First, I applied NLP and hypnosis to upgrade my self-image, completely transforming how I saw myself as a CEO. And this became the decide phase of a 3D scaling system. I'll share more in a moment. Then I dove deep into studying the exact differences between my 7-figure clients who stayed stuck and my 8-figure clients who kept scaling. I went back to my organizational psychology and MBA studies. I hired mentors who built successful 8- and 9-figure businesses to teach me their systems. And this became the second phase, the defined phase of the 3D scaling system. Finally, I implemented everything. I set up dashboards, KPIs, and meeting rhythms. I professionalized my entire operation. Then did the same for my clients, giving them the tools of a $100 million company so they could jump from 7 to 8 figures without the chaos, stress, and burnout. This became the third phase of the 3D scaling system. For the first time, I really specialized. I committed at a whole new level. I became obsessed with one question. How can I help 7-figure entrepreneurs reach $1 million a month so they can scale their impact and live their dreams as quickly and sustainably as possible? The answer? This complete 3D transformation changed everything. I went from stuck at 6 figures to recently having $94,000 a day. But that's not even the most exciting part. The real transformation is what's happening with my clients. Like I said, Valentin went from being stuck at $200K a month to hitting $394,000 in less than 69 days while working less. Adam went from stuck revenue and declining profits to hitting his ideal profit target within 3 months and then steadily increasing month on month. Multiple 7-figure coaches are breaking through plateaus they've been hitting for years. They're not just making more money, they're finally living the life they started their business for. Taking real vacations without checking email, being present at family dinners instead of stressed about tomorrow, waking up excited about their mission instead of exhausted, making decisions through alignment and impact, not fear. And that's what I want for you. The same transformation, the same breakthrough, the same freedom. But to achieve it, you need to understand what actually creates these results. It's called the 3D scaling system. Because here's the truth about where you are right now. You've outgrown your original blueprint. Remember when hitting 7 figures was your big vision? You achieved it, congratulations. But now you're discovering what every 7-figure entrepreneur faces. The original blueprint, the one that got you here, won't get you to $1 million a month. You might have that $1 million a month goal somewhere in your mind, but let's be honest, it's more of a fantasy than an actual business plan. You can see it in the distance, maybe, but you have no idea how to build the bridge to get there. Here's why you're stuck. You're trying to run an 8-figure business with a 7-figure identity, still thinking like a marketer, not a CEO, 6-figure systems held together with duct tape and heroic effort, with 5-figure execution habits, hustle and hope instead of predictable processes. This misalignment is killing your growth. Let me break down what's really happening in each dimension. The first D, the decide dimension, your 7-figure identity. You achieve your original vision and now feel lost without a clear next target. You haven't defined the core values that should drive hiring and culture. You still see yourself as a chief marketer who has to generate every dollar. The second D, the define dimension, your 6-figure systems. Your systems work as long as you're involved. You're tracking metrics that made sense at 100K a month, not $1 million a month. Your infrastructure is held together by your personal willpower, and you do not have an 8-figure strategy. The third D, the do dimension, your 5-figure execution. You're still executing like a solopreneur with helpers. There's no predictable rhythm, just daily firefighting. You haven't made the shift from marketer to CEO. Simply put, you became a great marketer and it got you to 7 figures, but marketing skills alone won't get you to 8. The 3D scaling system rebuilds your entire business architecture from the inside out, transforming you from a 7-figure marketer into an 8-figure CEO. Now, don't misunderstand me. This isn't about becoming some corporate suit or losing what makes you entrepreneurial. It's about evolving into a leader your business needs to reach $1 million a month and having the impact you know you're capable of. You need this upgrade because you've succeeded, not because you've failed. The fact that you've hit 7 figures proves you have what it takes. Now you just need the right system to unlock the next level. I'll say it again. You aren't broken, your business isn't broken, you just need a new blueprint designed for 8 figures. The 3D scaling system rebuilds your entire business architecture from the inside out, transforming you from a 7-figure entrepreneur into an 8-figure CEO. And this is actually exciting. Think about it. You don't renovate a house that's falling apart, you renovate a house that's worth investing in. The same is true here. You're ready for this transformation because you've built something worth transforming. To state it as plainly as possible, you need this upgrade because you've succeeded, not because you failed. It took me years of watching my 7-figure clients stay stuck while my 8-figure clients soared to realize this truth. But now that I have realized it, I'm going to walk you through exactly how the 3D scaling system transforms ambitious 7-figure entrepreneurs into confident 8-figure CEOs. Before I dive into the complete system, if you've seen enough and you're ready to explore implementing the 3D scaling system in your business, there's no need to wait until the end. You can book a call with me and my team right now and find out more about what it's like to work with us to execute the 3D scaling system in your business. Just click the link in the comments and book a call. And remember, this is a discovery call, not a sales call. Our success rates are so high because we are super selective about the clients we work with. So our main goal in this session is to learn more about you and your business while also answering all your questions so we can both make an informed decision. If we mutually agree if it's a fit, we can discuss the next steps, but there's no risk to booking a call to see how the 3D scaling system can help you grow your business to $1 million a month. Now, I promise you'll get a lot from the conversation even if we choose not to move forward. And for those of you who are interested but considering alternative solutions, let's discuss the 5 things that did not work to get to $1 million a month. So after 17 years of coaching entrepreneurs, I've watched many 7-figure business owners try the same 5 solutions to break through their revenue plateaus. Every single one failed. And in an effort to save you from repeating their mistakes, here are the things my clients tried that you might be trying or thinking about trying that either didn't help or made things worse. The first, working harder. The I know what to do, I just need to do it trap. That didn't work. This is always the first thing 7 figures entrepreneurs try. I built this to 100K a month through pure hustle. I just need to get back to that hunger, work harder, be more disciplined, execute better. I mean, that makes sense, right? When you first think about it. And it reminds me of a client that before working with me, one client decided to block out 90 days of pure execution. No distractions, just head down, get shit done. Month 1, revenue stayed flat. Month 2, he got sick and lost 10 days because of illness. Month 3, his best employee quit because the energy was off. When we started working together, his first question was, how many more hours will I need to work to hit $1 million a month? My answer shocked him. Actually, you'll work less. You see, here's what most entrepreneurs get wrong. Scaling to 8 figures isn't about sacrifice, it's about leverage. They think, I'll need to work 100-hour weeks, I'll have to miss every family event, my health will go to shit, it's a mountain I'm not sure if I can climb. The truth, my most successful clients work smarter hours, not more hours. They're home for dinner, they take real vacations, they're in the best shape of their lives. The strategies that built your first million will destroy your 10th million. Because scaling to 1 million a month isn't about doing more. It's about focusing on the 20% that actually moves the needle and eliminating everything else. You shift from chief hustler to chief executive, from grinding to guiding, from doing everything to directing everything. But when you're stuck in work harder mode, you never make that shift. You just burn out faster while your revenue stays the same. The 3D scaling system works because our define stage shows you exactly which levers to pull for exponential growth without sacrificing your life in the process. The second thing they try is spending more on ads and fixing marketing, and that doesn't work. Every 7 figures coach's favorite panic move: revenue's flat, must be the ads, let's hire a new ad agency. But here's what's really happening. 5 years ago, you were the only one in your niche running YouTube or Facebook ads. Now there's 50 competitors fighting for the placement. Your cost per lead went from $20 to $200, so you panic. You hire the agency that promises to crack the code, and they all do, by the way. You give them $10K a month and pray. 3 months later, they're blaming your sales team. The leads are great, your closers just can't convert. So you fire the agency, hire another one, rinse and repeat. Or here's a best case scenario that's actually worse. Your revenue goes up, so you keep the agency, but you never look at the real math. Sure, top line revenue is climbing, but between their management fees, your fulfillment costs, and the declining profit margins from the rising ad costs, you're working harder than ever for less profit. Meanwhile, the agency takes their fee off the top, whether you're profitable or not. It's exactly like Wall Street. The fund managers get paid first and drive Ferraris while your returns evaporate. Your agency profits from your spend, not your success. So you've become their ATM. The more you spend, the more money they make, regardless of what you take home. Meanwhile, you're not even looking at your actual data. You don't know which ads are printing money and which are bleeding you dry. You're trusting experts who know less about your business than your VA. Here's a painful truth. You're fighting a ground war in a market that requires air superiority. What does that mean? It means while you're competing head-to-head on price and features, and smarter competitors are creating blue oceans, they're not fighting for the same leads, they're creating new categories. One entrepreneur told me, Marcus spent 300 grand on agencies this year and revenue actually went down. Every month there's 3 new competitors copying my exact funnel. Often because that very same agency is selling your winning formula to their other clients as a case study. But anyway, bottom line is, you can't outspend bad positioning. The problem isn't your ads, it's you're trying to win a race you shouldn't even be running. You need a complete strategic overhaul, new positioning, new messaging, new category, but instead you keep hiring agencies to polish the same turd. This is why the 3D scaling system rebuilds your entire go-to-market strategy in the define phase. We create blue ocean positioning first, then build marketing that actually works at scale. Because just throwing money at a broken strategy just makes you broke faster. Third thing they try, launching more random offers that don't work. More random offers leads to more overwhelm and less profit. The 7-figure coach's version of throwing spaghetti at the wall is, revenue's flat, let's launch a new membership, and a certification, and a course, and maybe some supplements too. I've seen it over and over again. I've even watched a friend launch an offer a month. 12 different offers in 12 months, all targeting different audiences with different problems. Low ticket, high ticket, physical products, digital products, services, complete chaos. Revenue went down 30%. His team were confused and exhausted. He was miserable and broke because the constant launches ate up most of his profit. Why? Because he had 12 disconnected products instead of one strategic value ladder. 12 different customer avatars, 12 fulfillment nightmares, 0 synergy. Random complexity is the enemy of scale. Here's what entrepreneurs don't understand. There's a massive difference between strategic expansion and desperate diversification. Strategic expansion looks like a core offer, a natural higher price upsell for deeper implementation, continuity program for recurring revenue and enterprise value, all serving the same customer on their journey to one outcome. Desperate diversification looks like a course for beginners, a mastermind for advanced, a certification for wannabe, a supplement line because why not? All serving different customers with different needs. The path to $1 million a month isn't about selling everything to everyone. It's about maximizing lifetime value for your ideal customer. Tai Lopez skyrocketed to $3 million a month in 9 months, focusing on one core customer journey with strategic upsells. Smart 8-figure businesses have 2 to 3 offers that work together like a symphony, not 9 that fight each other like cats. This is why the 3D scaling system maps out your complete customer value journey in the define stage. We design strategic upsells that increase lifetime value, not random products that dilute your focus. Because $1 million a month comes from depth with your ideal customer, not width across every possible market. The next thing you might try, and you might be thinking of doing this, hiring another sales closer or building a bigger sales team did not work. I can't tell you how many times I've heard this. Mark, I just need better closers. Once I get the right sales team, I'll hit that $1 million a month. Now listen, you probably do need a better sales team, but here's what's really happening. They have no clear mission beyond make more money. No defined values except hustle harder. No compelling vision their team can rally behind. And if you think you have these things, ask your team to recite them. I guarantee they can't. So when they hire, they do what every 7-figure coach does. They ask around, hey, do you know any good closers? They hire their friend's guy. They find someone who crushed it at another company. The hiring process, a couple of Zoom calls and let's see how it goes. No screening for values alignment, no selling them on a bigger vision, no real onboarding process. Just here's a script, here's the leads, show me the money. And when you hire without a clear mission and values, you're not building a team. You're renting mercenaries. And mercenaries always follow the highest bidder. Real 8-figure companies hire for culture first, skills second. They know their mission cold. They screen for values alignment. They have actual accountability systems. They have proven onboard processes, not just a quick update on the offer. Most 7-figure coaches, they're still hiring like they did at $50K a month, desperately grabbing anyone who says they can sell. This is exactly why the 3D scaling system starts with the decide phase, upgrading your mindset to 8 figures, then defining your mission and values and your vision first so you can create a real team instead of just renting temporary talent who don't give a shit about your mission. The next thing they try to break through revenue ceilings is joining another mastermind or hiring another business coach, and that doesn't work either. Don't get me wrong, being around 8-figure entrepreneurs or more is definitely valuable, and the right coach can change everything. But here's how it usually goes wrong. Let's start with masterminds. If I can just get in a room with people doing $1 million a month, or the next mastermind will have the answer. I've watched coaches drop 50K plus to join exclusive masterminds and chase every guru with a Lamborghini. 6 months later, they're more confused than ever. Why? Because they're collecting tactics from other people's businesses instead of building strategies for their own. Like Sun Tzu says in The Art of War, tactics without strategy is a noise before defeat. You see, in the mastermind, someone shares how they scaled with a YouTube funnel. So you try YouTube. Another member talks about their certification program is printing money. So you launch a certification program. The guru mentions they're now day trading on the side. Guess what you're considering? You can't copy and paste someone else's tactics and expect your business to scale to 8 figures. Sure, this can get you to 7 figures, and it probably already has, but it will never get you to 8. What works for the guru's business won't work for yours because they have different strengths than you. They have different market position. They have different team capabilities, different customer relationships. You need a strategy built on your unique advantages, your missions, your values, not whatever worked for the loudest person in the room. But here's a deeper problem. Most masterminds are just expensive libraries, not transformation chambers. They give you information, but no implementation. Inspiration, but no accountability. You leave with 47 pages of notes and 0 execution plan. Even worse, without the identity upgrade, you'll sabotage every good idea. Your 7-figure operating system will find a way to keep you at 7 figures no matter how brilliant the strategy is. This is why the 3D scaling system combines all 3. Decide, identity transformation, decide who you become, Define, get a custom strategy for your business. What are you going to build? Do accountability and execution support. How you're going to implement. Because $1 million a month requires transformation, strategy, and execution, not just another mastermind's recycled tactics. Now let's come on to traditional business coaches and consultants. They come in, they'll analyze your business for a few hours, then hand you a 90-day plan. More leads, better systems, new hiring process, optimize your funnel, all good advice. And all completely useless. Why? Because they're treating the symptoms, not the disease. Your flat revenue isn't a tactics problem, it's an identity problem. But most business coaches don't touch identity. That's woo-woo stuff. They're here for the spreadsheets and strategies. Even worse, they get paid whether you implement or not. $5K a month for monthly calls, where they dispense advice and you nod along, then nothing changes because they never addressed why you sabotage growth. They never upgraded how you make decisions. They never transformed who you're being as a CEO. A coach who ignores your internal operating system is like a mechanic who only changes your oil when your engine is blown. You need someone who works on all three levels. Identity transformation, strategic rebuilding, not just generate best practices, implementation, accountability, not just advice giving. This is why the 3D scaling system is different. We start with who you're being, rebuild what you're doing, and ensure how you execute with accountability built into every phase. Because hiring another advice giver won't get you to $1 million a month. You need complete transformation. Now let's talk about how you get that transformation. How the 3D scaling system transforms your business. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm going to walk you through the exact 3-phase process we use to transform stuck 7-figure entrepreneurs into confident 8-figure CEOs who consistently hit $1 million a month. Phase 1, decide. Become the $1 million a month CEO. This is where everything changes. While everyone else starts with tactics, we start with you. Because here's the truth. Your business is a perfect reflection of your internal operating system. Change that and everything else follows. In the second phase, the decides phase, we install your $1 million a month mission. As multi-billionaire entrepreneur Hayes Bernard says, purpose is really the engine of prosperity. Purpose is the engine of profitability. When things get tough, I always get the business back to the mission, back to the purpose. Remember why we grind and make this level of sacrifice every single day. That's exactly why we don't start with some generic impact the world bullshit. We architect a crystal clear mission that makes your team want to run through walls and attract 8 players like magnets. This mission becomes your North Star that guides every decision. Define your non-negotiable values, the real ones that determine who you hire, who you fire, and how you operate. These become your filter for every decision. Upgrade your CEO identity using advanced NLP and neuroscience techniques. We literally rewire how you see yourself and make decisions. You know those subconscious blocks that make you self-sabotage right when you're about to break through? We eliminate them at the root. You'll walk away thinking, acting, and deciding like someone who's already at $1 million a month. We then create your vision and impact. We help you define the empire you're building and the legacy you're creating. This isn't just about the money. It's about the impact your company will have on your customers, your team, and your industry when you're operating at your full potential. By the end of the decide phase, you're no longer the same person. Your team notices, your family notices, and most importantly, your bank account is about to notice. Phase 2, define. We build your $1 million a month machine. So now you're thinking like an 8-figure CEO, it's time to build the infrastructure that supports it. This isn't about creating 100 SOPs that nobody reads. It's about building the exact systems needed to scale to $1 million a month. Nothing more, nothing less. In the define phase, we first deep dive business analysis. You see, we use our sophisticated AI system to analyze every aspect of your business to find the hidden 80-20 leverage points. Which 20% of activities drive 80% of revenue? Which clients generate 80% of profit? Which products could scale 10x with minor tweaks? This data-driven analysis reveals the shortest path to $1 million a month. We then design your customer value journey. We map out exactly how to take customers from first touch to raving fans, with strategic upsells that skyrocket your lifetime value. Next, we build your mill-a-month operating system dashboard, or MAMOS dashboard. This is essentially your personalized mission control dashboard, showing the exact metrics that matter for reaching $1 million a month. It's updated weekly, is visible to everyone, and impossible to ignore. We then help you structure your A-team, define every role needed for 8-figure operations, create accountability systems that eliminate drama, and build hiring systems that attract the top talent automatically. Finally, we create your blue ocean strategy. We help you position yourselves where you have no competition. We're not fighting for market share, we create a new category you own. By the end of the define stage, you have a business built to scale, not just survive. And then in phase 3, do, this is executing your way to $1 million a month. You see, this is where most programs abandon you, and not us. The do phase is about relentless execution with built-in accountability. No more great ideas that die in implementation. In the do phase, you get quarterly planning intensives. Every 90 days, you and your leadership team map out the next sprint with our help. You get crystal clear priorities, no confusion. Everybody's aligned, so your entire team rows in the same direction, multiplying your impact instead of diluting it. Then with your weekly one-on-one executive coaching sessions, every week you meet with your dedicated executive coach to break through obstacles, refine strategy, and maintain momentum. This isn't cheerleading, it's a tactical problem solving at the highest level, so you never feel stuck or alone and always know exactly what to focus on next. You also get daily accountability check-ins, so you're held accountable to your daily commitments through our MAMOS system. No more hiding behind busy work or letting days slip by without progress towards $1 million a month, so you maintain unstoppable momentum and turn daily actions into monthly millions. We also provide elite leadership development. Using Navy SEAL leadership principles and advanced 360 assessments, we rapidly develop your $1 million a month leadership capacity, so you can lead with the presence, energy, and decision-making speed of an 8-figure CEO. On top of that, we monitor your health metrics with weekly reviews of your biometric health data. We like to use the Aura Ring to ensure you're maintaining the sleep, exercise, and stress management habits of a sustainable 8-figure CEOs, not burning out like a startup founder. So you scale your revenue without sacrificing your health, relationship, or sanity. You'll also get expert implementation support, so you access to our expert coaches whenever you hit a roadblock, plus peer support from other entrepreneurs on the same journey, so you've solved problems in hours instead of weeks, keeping your growth trajectory on track. Monthly revenue optimization. We analyze your numbers, identify the constraints, and help you adjust the plan. Always focus on one goal, getting you to $1 million a month as fast and as sustainably as possible. So you're always pulling the right levers for maximum growth, not guessing what might work. By month 12 of working with us, you're either at $1 million a month or you can see it clearly on the horizon. More importantly, you have a business that runs without you being chained to it. This isn't theory, it's a proven path. The 3D scaling system isn't something I created in a weekend. It's a result of 17 years executive coaching, 7- and 8-figure business owners, hundreds of thousands of dollars invested in building this methodology, hundreds of iterations and refinements, real-world testing with clients who are hitting $1 million a month. Every element has been battle-tested. Every phase builds on the last. Every tool and framework is designed for one outcome, getting you to $1 million per month sustainably. But here's what makes this different from every other program. If you've watched this so far, let's talk about the next steps. At this point, I'd like to formally invite you to book a session with my team to discuss implementing the 3D scaling system in your business. We only work with 10 entrepreneurs per month, but if you're a coach or consultant currently generating between $1 million and $10 million annually, and you're ready to scale to $1 million a month without sacrificing your life, we should talk. We've already helped create breakthrough results for coaches, consultants, course creators, high-ticket service providers, and agency owners across every industry imaginable. If you're stuck at your current revenue level, whether it's flat growth, team drama, or feeling like you've hit your ceiling, we can help. For this rest of this video, I'm going to show you exactly how our process works, what kind of support you get, and why this is different from everything else you've tried. First, you need to know this works. If I can go from stuck at 6 figures while coaching millionaires to building a thriving business, while meditating 2 hours a day, while coaching my kids' soccer teams, while maintaining peak health and energy, while actually being present with my family and helping clients like Valentin double revenue in 69 days, then I know this system can create both the revenue and the life you want. But if my story isn't proof enough, you can also read and watch some of our client stories on our website, and we'll send you even more after you book your call. Second, I need to be crystal clear. The 3D scaling system only works when you implement all 3 dimensions. By now, you understand the decide, define, and do work together in harmony. If you miss one piece or get them in the wrong order, then nothing works. In fact, if you tried to scale in the past and failed, you can probably see why. You were missing one or more of the dimensions. This is a complete transformation system. It's not pick and choose. And while we've refined this into a proven 12-month process, trying to figure out alone could take years of trial and error, and you still won't have the accountability and support to actually implement it anyway. Third, this is not a course. I'm giving you access, training, and executive coaching to implement the exact system I used to transform my own business and now use with every client who's scaling towards $1 million a month. You're not only getting the proven frameworks and tools, you get me and my team personally guiding you through every phase of implementation. Yeah, there's a comprehensive digital curriculum to accelerate your progress and train your team, but above all else, this is an intensive transformation program with personalized executive level support. It's not about learning, it's becoming the CEO of $1 million a month business. So let's get into exactly how it works. Over the next 12 months, we'll transform you and your business through our 3-phase system. Phase 1, decide. We'll rebuild your identity as $1 million a month CEO, install your mission and values, and create absolute clarity on your vision. The result, you stop making fear-based decisions and start operating from abundance, attracting opportunities and A-player team members magnetically. Phase 2, define. We'll build your $1 million a month infrastructure, including your mammoth dashboard, customer value journey, team structure, and blue ocean positioning. The result, your business runs like a well-oiled machine with everyone clear on their role and your path to $1 million a month. Phase 3, do. We'll ensure flawless execution through weekly coaching, daily accountability, quarterly planning, and monthly optimization. The result, you maintain unstoppable momentum towards $1 million a month while working less and enjoying life more. Throughout all 12 months, you'll have us supporting you every step of the way, not just teaching, but actually helping you implement. This transformation happens through multiple levels of support. Here's the intensive support you receive. Weekly one-on-one executive coaching sessions. Every single week, you'll meet with me or one of my certified coaches for personalized breakthrough sessions. We'll tackle your biggest obstacles, refine your strategy, and ensure you're making the right move towards $1 million a month. Quarterly planning intensive with your leadership team. Every 90 days, we facilitate half-day strategic planning sessions with you and your key leaders. Everyone gets aligned on the next sprint's priorities, accountability, and metrics. No confusion, no mixed messages, just pure execution. Full access to expert support. If you're stuck on something, you need feedback fast, our private client community and expert coaches are available whenever you need them. Your personal mammoth dashboard. We help you build your customized mission control dashboard showing you exactly where you are on the path to $1 million a month. Updated weekly, visible to your whole team, it becomes a single source of truth driving every decision. Daily accountability that actually works. Through our proven accountability system, you'll finally follow through on what matters most. No more great ideas dying in your notebook. No more I'll get to it tomorrow, because that never comes. The goal is simple. Build a business that generates $1 million a month while giving you the freedom to actually enjoy your success. The test? If you fully commit to the 3D scaling system and implement it with intention, we guarantee you'll add at least $500,000 in additional revenue or achieve at least 25% revenue growth, whichever is greater, within 12 months. If not, you choose. Full refund or work with us for another year for free. To qualify, you simply need to show up, attend 90% or more of your one-on-one coaching calls, do the work, complete the curriculum, and track your progress. So update your metrics weekly. And obviously execute the plan that we build together. There's no tricks, no fine print, just a fair partnership where we both do our part. Again, this is not a course. This is not group coaching where you're one of hundreds. This is an intensive, personalized executive transformation with the same level of support I provide to all my private clients. Due to the intensive nature of the program, we only work with 10 new entrepreneurs per month. This ensures you get personalized attention required for this level of transformation. That's why we frequently have a waiting list and spots fill up quickly once they're open. So hopefully it goes without saying, the sooner you book your call, the better. And when you do, you'll fill out a brief application that allows us to analyze your business and come fully prepared to map out your million a month using the 3D scaling system. Look, if you're tired of hitting the same revenue ceiling month after month and you're ready to achieve freedom, wealth, and impact you've wanted since day one, take a few minutes and book a call with my team right now while it's still fresh in your mind. I can't wait for you to experience the transformation that's possible when you upgrade your identity, strategy, and execution to 8-figure levels. The life and business you want is waiting on the other side of this decision. To your million a month transformation, Mark Dhamma, CEO and founder of Million a Month. Click the link in the comments, book a call with my team, and I hope to be speaking to you soon.